Is insurance really a scam? Today we're going to be looking at one specific product known as an endowment policy. It's one of the insurance products out there that people really term as a scam for some reasons that we're going to be talking about. I'm going to be using a calculation, and also I'm going to be looking at some of the features or some of these contractual agreements that term it as a scam, so that you are able to decide for yourself whether it's an actual investment. Now, there is this policy known as endowment policy. Perhaps you might have been approached by an insurance agent who's telling you, you can actually save with this product for a long time, like 10 years, 12 years, and you're going to get a bonus on top of the amount of money that you're contributing. You can access a loan. So that's an endowment policy. An endowment policy is you saving up money while still accessing the benefit of life insurance. By life insurance, we're talking about in case something happens to you, in case you die, whoever you've put up as the beneficiary, whether it's your mom, it's your kid, it's your brother, whoever is the beneficiary is going to receive that money upon your death. So it has those two covers mainly. So you're saving money while you're still having access to life insurance. In case you die, the beneficiary gets the money. In case you don't die, you get the money that you saved up plus a bonus on top. So there are two types that I've come across. There's one where you're going to sign up for an amount that you're going to be contributing on a monthly basis. So you're going to be saying, I'll be contributing 10,000 shillings every single month for the next 12 months, for the next 12 years, or for the next 10 years. You're going to get back your money in case nothing happens to you in year 10 as one amount that is a lump sum. If you had set up, let's say 1.7 million, you're going to get 1.7 million at the end of year 10. That's one type of this endowment policy. There's also another one that allows you to slowly have access to your money. Sometimes the insurance agent comes to you and tells you can actually access your money in year 3, and then in year 6, and then in year 10 you get the remaining amount of money. So there's that type. Let me talk about these calculations before I go into the actual features, because we want to see whether this calculation, the amount of money that you are saving or investing while still accessing insurance, is worth your investment. It's worth your saving. It's worth the insurance. I've used an example of one of the insurance companies here in Kenya that is offering an endowment policy. You've met this insurance agent and they've told you that you as a 30-year-old, you can decide to have a sum assured of 1,293,801. The sum assured is the amount of money that is guaranteed to you from an insurance policy. So this is an amount of money that is a sure bet. You must get this. So in case you die in year 6, your beneficiary will still get this money, because this is the guaranteed amount. This is the guaranteed amount. And they come up with a calculation behind the scenes. They've done the math and they tell you every single month you're going to be contributing 12,030. Now, I forgot to mention that this policy is for 10 years. And you're not going to access your money within these 10 years until year 10. So it's for 10 years, assuming that you are 30 years old now. So you're going to have this money back when you're 40 years old. Now, every single month, you're going to be contributing 12,030 for the next 12 months, for the next 10 years. So those are 120 months. You must contribute this money consistently according to the contract. This money is known as the premium. Premium is the monthly, or it's the amount of money that you pay out every period. So in this case, it's monthly. There are certain insurance companies that allow you to pay on a quarterly basis every 3 months. There are some that allow you to pay every 6 months. So it depends with the one that you're going for. In this case, it's for 12 months every single month. In that policy, they're telling you At maturity, that is at the end of year 10, you're going to get 2,070,081. Oh, I forgot to mention this. For the next 10 years, you would have contributed 1.4M. 1.4M, assuming that you're going to be contributing 12,030 every single month. So you can see, you put up 1.293 as the insurance in case something happens to you. You have contributed 1.443 million for the entire 10 years. But at maturity, that is at the end of year 10, you're getting 2,070,000. So let's see if this is a scam, as people call it. This is the amount of money that you'll get in year 10. This is the amount of money that you've contributed so far. So how much have you gained? How much have you gained in a span of 10 years? In a span of 10 years, I just did the difference. It's going to be 626,481. 10 years time. So is it worth it? Because some of you were saying that I tried to do the math and the math was not mathing, so this is a scam. So the real question is the 626,481 worth the wait for 10 years, considering that you contributed this? So this is what we call the bonus. They'll tell you, if you choose this plan, we're going to give you a bonus at the end of year 10. You're going to get something on top. This is the bonus. Now, where does the bonus come from? Remember, when you're contributing your money every single month, they are using your money to do other investments. So your investments, or rather the investments that they are doing, are giving them more money, which is going to be distributed to you in form of a bonus or a profit. Let's do some math here to see if the math is mathing. If you've made 626,481 in a span of 10 years, how much, as an estimate, do you make per year? So I divided it with 10 years. Out of this contribution that you'll be making, approximately you're making 62,641 shillings every single year. I cancel this out. Yeah, 62,648 shillings. And I converted this to monthly. So approximately every single month, you are making around 52.20. Again, I've calculated backwards. This is assuming that you're going to hold this money for 10 years. So this is just an estimation. This is not how much you'd be making, but just doing an average, this is how much you make per month. So do you still think it's a scam? Do you think it's a scam? I actually think that people say this type of insurance policy or savings policy is a scam. One, because what if you can't afford to pay the premium? This one here. Let's say on year 2, the second month of year 2, you lose your job, so you now can't be able to pay this 12,030. What happens? The reason why it's called a scam, it's because for some of the insurance companies, what I've noticed is if you don't contribute this money constantly, you might lose this policy. Remember, this is a contract. So you have signed a contract with this company telling them, okay, I'm going to be contributing this amount of money every single month. So what happens when you can't contribute that amount of money? You've breached the contract. The contract that you signed, you're supposed to contribute this specific amount of money every single year. So that's where now they lose the money and they go out and say it's a scam. So I don't know, do you think it's a scam? The other reason why people say it's a scam, it's because look at the returns. I've just done the math for you. So you have to wait 10 years to get 626,481. So someone might say, why would you want to invest here when this amount of money can make more money elsewhere? So where is elsewhere? Is elsewhere a business? Is elsewhere in a treasury bond? Actually, let me estimate. How much would you make from a treasury bond? Be giving you like 144,000 in a year. Here you're getting 62,641. But then remember, this is an amount of money that you're saving over time, so you can't really compare it to a bond. The issue is people are concerned about the interest that you're making, about this bonus that you're making. We've done the math. Do you think it's worth the wait? What people forget is that this is insurance while you're saving. When you're saving or when you're investing somewhere else, you don't get that benefit of insurance. In case you die, in case you have a young, in case you have a 12-year-old and you die and you have a life insurance policy, your 12-year-old is assured of getting this money, the sum assured. So there's that aspect in case something happens to you. So this type of saving is more of risk-based. It might happen, it might not happen. The point is it should not happen. But in case something happens, someone can benefit from this. Something else that I noticed with this insurance savings, the endowment policy, is that they usually offer additional products, insurance products, if you wish. Sometimes you'll come across an endowment policy that gives you an accidental cover. So in case you are to get an accident, that one is assured of, because now it's going to affect how much money you're going to be contributing per month, because probably you are incapacitated. There are those additional benefits that come with this, but then again, you have to mention them so that they are added in your policy, in your savings. The other benefit that comes with this is that they tell you in year 3, you can take a loan against the value of this insurance. I can tell you, okay, you've contributed this much. You are eligible to getting a certain amount of loan. The other benefit that I saw is that upon maturity, let's say that you took this cover for 10 years. At the end of 10 years, when you're getting back your money, this sum assured is not taxed. It's tax exempt. So probably that's something that you might take into account. It's definitely a benefit. One other concern in terms of this type of savings, this type of insurance, is that there's this issue. Remember that issue that I talked about? It's year 3 and you've decided you don't want to continue with this type of insurance, with this type of savings, because probably you've lost your job or the income that you're making is not enough to sustain you. So you are on year 3 and you go to this insurance company and you tell them, give me back my money, I want to terminate this contract. For certain insurance companies, probably even for most of them, you won't access that money, because they'll tell you, okay, we take 3 years to recover the amount of money that we insured you. For most of them, they're going to tell you that they have incurred administrative costs. They've been paying out commissions, so you can't get back that money. What I saw with a certain insurance company is that on year 3, there's something known as surrender value. The surrender value is the amount of money that you can get back in case you terminate this, in case you don't want to continue with this. For most insurance companies, they usually say it's on year 2, on year 3. So you faithfully contributed your money for that time period. In this case, let's say it's for 3 years. Then you are allowed to add this agreement and have your money back. You're not going to get back the total premiums that you contributed, assuming that you contributed 12,030 every single month. So for 3 years, that will be 12 times 3, 36 months. You're not going to get back this 12,030 times 36 months. You're going to get a lesser amount of money for the reason that I've explained. They've incurred costs. They've used your money to do other long-term investments, since when you are entering into this contract, you are assuming that it was going to be long-term. You had agreed that you're going to contribute for 10 years. So they'll tell you that, yes, you can access your money, but it's going to be less than what you've contributed. What do you think? Is this a scam? If you've taken up this type of insurance cover, this type of savings insurance, would you recommend someone to take it, or do you feel like there's a better alternative out there? I'd love to know your thoughts on the comments. Like this video and see you in the next one.